Shalom, welcome back to the Deep Dive Special Edition series. The Idra Zuta now enters the ears, face, beard, mouth, throat, and palate of Zeir Anpin. These are not physical descriptions of God. They are a spiritual anatomy of how the divine receives, examines, responds, speaks, and sends influence into the worlds. Rabbi Shimon begins with 2 ears. One hears what is good, and one hears what is bad. Yet both rise into one faculty of hearing. Mature hearing does not accept only pleasant words, and it does not become trapped only in painful words. It receives both, then brings them into one place where they can be understood. The inside of the ear is curved. The Idra says the curves slow the sound before it reaches the brain. Sound must not rush directly into judgment. It needs time to be examined. Whatever happens too quickly, the text says, does not possess complete wisdom. That is a practical teaching. Many mistakes begin when hearing becomes instant reaction. Someone speaks, we assume the worst. Emotion rises, and the response leaves our mouth before understanding has entered our mind. The sacred ear creates a delay. It holds the sound long enough for wisdom to ask what was actually said, what was intended, what may be true, and what may only be our fear. From the ears of Zeir Anpin come winged messengers who receive sounds from the world. The Zohar describes spoken words as breaking through the air, rising, flying, and becoming a voice that is carried upward. Speech is never treated as nothing. Once a word crosses the lips, it becomes an event. This is why prayer must be spoken. A prayer may begin as thought and desire, but the lips give it form. Breath carries it into the air. The hidden request becomes a voice, and the voice is gathered into a holy place in the head of the king. This does not mean God is unable to know silent thought. Spoken prayer joins soul, breath, body, and intention. The person is no longer merely thinking about turning toward God. The whole human vessel participates in the turning. The same principle gives spoken harm its seriousness. A careless sentence can be uttered without full intention, yet it still enters the world. It can become memory in another person, suspicion in a community, anger in a family, or shame carried for years. The sound has already traveled. The Idra says, a subtle stream drips from the 3 cavities of the brain, Chochmah, Binah, and Da'at, into the ears. Chochmah is the first spark of wisdom. Binah is understanding that develops and distinguishes. Da'at is knowledge that connects and makes something inwardly real. Hearing depends on all three. The sound enters this realm and is tested. The ear tests words the way the palate tastes food. It does not swallow immediately. It pauses over the sound and distinguishes good from bad, sweet from bitter, truth from distortion, and wisdom from noise. So spiritual listening is not passive. It is a form of tasting. You can hear a sentence and still fail to taste its quality. You can remember every word and miss the pain beneath it. You can notice a person's mistake and fail to hear the truth they were struggling to express. The ear is connected with the cavities of the eyes, nose, and mouth. A sound can move toward the eyes and produce tears. It can move toward the nose and awaken smoke and fire. It can move toward the mouth and produce words. It can enter the whole body until everything trembles. We know this experience. A single voice can make the eyes fill, the breathing change, the jaw tighten, the stomach contract, and the entire body become alert. Hearing is not only an activity of the head. The body listens, remembers, and responds. Because so much depends on sound, Rabbi Shimon warns a person to guard the tongue and the lips. Guarding speech does not mean becoming silent, frightened, or emotionally closed. It means respecting the power of words enough to examine them before releasing them. The ear also holds supreme secrets. Its inward curve gathers what should remain concealed. The faithful spirit knows that not every true thing should be spoken. Not every private thing belongs to the public. And not every mystery is improved by exposure. The Idra contrasts a straight path with a crooked path. The straight person can receive a secret without turning it into personal importance. The crooked person rushes the matter outward. There is no inner place where the word can rest, mature, or be protected. This is why gossip and the betrayal of confidence are treated so severely. To reveal what was entrusted is not merely to transfer information. It can damage a life, destroy safety, and turn another person's vulnerability into a weapon. A faithful spirit covers the matter because love sometimes appears as restraint. The face of Zeir Anpin is then described through two colors, white and red. The cheeks are compared to offerings of spice whose fragrance rises. White carries hesed, loving kindness. Red carries gevurah, strength and judgment. Both are present in the face, but the condition of the world affects which color becomes dominant. When the white light of Atika Kadisha shines into the face, white covers red. Judgment is not erased, it is governed by mercy. The face shines, the worlds rejoice, and the blessing, may Hashem make his face shine upon you, becomes a description of divine kindness becoming visible. When wrongdoing multiplies and accountability is refused, red spreads across the face and covers the white. The worlds then experience severity. The same divine face that can shine with favor can confront evil. Mercy is not moral blindness, and judgment is not the opposite of holiness. The angels are described as assuming the color that appears in the face. The upper messengers transmit the quality they receive. When mercy is revealed at the source, mercy spreads through the channels below. When judgment is revealed, the entire order takes on the form of judgment. A human face also communicates what words may hide. Tension, contempt, tenderness, patience, fear, and peace become visible before explanation. It reveals which inner quality is presently governing the person. The beard of Zeir Anpin begins near the ears and descends beside the face toward the mouth. That movement is meaningful. The beard forms a bridge between hearing and speaking. What is received through the ear must pass through ordered channels before it reaches the lips. The beard is black, coarse, and strong, like the appearance of a mighty warrior. This is not uncontrolled aggression. It represents concentrated power, the strength to oppose destructive forces, and the firmness required to establish boundaries. Yet the beard does not operate alone. The precious oil of the beard of Atika Kadisha flows into it and makes it shine. The beard of Zeir Anpin has 9 arrangements. When the 13 streams of the higher beard illuminate these 9, together they form 22 channels of blessing. 22 is the number of the letters through which Torah and creation are expressed. The image suggests that strength becomes a complete language only when it is illuminated by the mercy above it. Power without mercy cannot speak the whole alphabet of holiness. The text describes 6 arrangements, 3 on each side of the face, with 3 more associated with the prominent beauty of the beard. Their illumination extends through the entire body. What appears on the face is not decorative. It distributes a governing quality throughout the whole configuration. Within this beard, Hesed and judgment can each become visible. When mercy is needed, the holy Mazal, the flowing influence of the beard of Zeir Anpin is revealed. Then all 9 arrangements of Zeir Anpin's beard become merciful. When judgment is needed, severity appears as strength against what harms Israel. The goal is not to abolish strength. It is to place strength beneath a higher intention. Compassion without strength may fail to protect. Strength without compassion may become cruelty. Power knows when to resist, when to restrain, when to forgive, and when to defend. Moses invoked the 9 attributes while directing his intention toward the higher Mazal. He asked that the power of the Lord become great. The power and light within Zeir Anpin were therefore drawn back to the concealed source of mercy, so that judgment would not stand exposed by itself. This teaches that words of prayer receive their spiritual direction from Kavanah, focused intention. 2 people may speak the same sentence while opening very different inner channels. The mouth gives the words a body, but intention tells them where to reach. The Idra then reveals the mouth of Zeir Anpin. The beard does not cover the lips. They remain visible, red like lilies. The lips whisper Gevurah and Chochmah. Strength and wisdom meet at the boundary where hidden thought becomes speech. Good and evil, life and death, depend on these lips. This does not mean every sentence instantly creates a miracle or disaster. It means speech directs forces. Words can awaken courage or humiliation, reconciliation or conflict, truth or deception, hope or despair. When the lips move, watchers awaken in the courts. The text explains that a decree may operate through judgment or through mercy. Even where consequence is necessary, the manner of consequence is not fixed. It can be harsh, or it can be shaped toward correction and return. When the mouth opens, breath comes forth. Thousands upon thousands are clothed in that air. The faithful prophets are clothed in it and are called the mouth of Hashem. Prophecy is therefore not only information delivered from heaven. It is divine breath taking form in a human voice. Words issuing from the mouth of Zeir Anpin illuminate 18,000 worlds and join through 18 known paths. The number 18 is associated with Chai, life. Divine speech carries vitality because it connects concealed meaning with revealed existence. The palate is called most sweet because it unites fire and water, red and white, judgment and mercy. Sweetness does not come from removing every contrast. It comes from combining opposites in their correct proportion. Salt by itself is sharp. Food without salt can be tasteless. Fire alone burns. Water alone can dissolve. The sacred palate knows how to join forces so that each serves the whole. It tastes before it sends the word outward. Rabbi Shimon then speaks of 4 letters engraved in the throat: Aleph, Chet, He, and Ayin. They are crowned by 4 letters in the palate: Gimel, Yud, Kaf, and Kof. The teaching is not merely about pronunciation. The throat and palate become chambers where spiritual forces are shaped into articulate sound. Each group is interpreted through the 3 columns: right, left, and center. The right column carries Hesed, the left carries Gevurah, and the illumination of Chochmah. The center joins them, gives them balance, and establishes peace. Malchut receives what the 3 columns prepare. The left column is precious, but it cannot be received alone. Insight without kindness can become cold superiority. Judgment without compassion can become destruction. Intensity without balance can feel powerful while separating the person from holiness. Rabbi Shimon testifies that throughout his life he was careful not to receive the left by itself. On one occasion in a cave, he crowned the king without maintaining the full balance, and a burning flame appeared before him. He trembled and became careful from that day onward. The flame was not a rejection of deep wisdom. It was a warning about unbalanced wisdom. The left must be joined with the right through the center. Only then does strength become beautiful, truth become healing, and spiritual fire become light rather than destruction. This is the taste of the king. Hearing slows the sound. Wisdom examines it. The face reveals its governing color. The beard directs power beneath mercy. The lips give breath a form. The palate joins fire and water. The letters enter balance before speech reaches the world. A faithful person can practice this entire pattern in ordinary conversation. Listen without rushing. Test what you heard. Protect what was entrusted. Let mercy govern strength. Join truth with kindness. Taste the sentence inwardly before allowing it to cross your lips. Then speech becomes more than reaction. It becomes a vessel of life. The voice can carry clarity without cruelty, authority without pride, correction without humiliation, and mystery without betrayal. The human mouth begins to reflect the mouth described by the Idra, a place where opposites are joined and words emerge in peace. Shalom.